Hi, I'm Donna Williams and welcome to Visions. Here in the studio today we have Mel Young over here, who is the founder of the International Homeless World Cup. And on the end here we've got Alan. Alan, you're one of the athletes with the World Cup. And Louis,
that's right,
coach with Manchester United, and you're coaching the guys out here in the World Cup. So welcome to Visions. Starting with you, Mel, can you tell us about the founding of the Homeless World Cup, which I understand was 2003. What inspired you?
Well, I was working with homeless people since 1993 with the Beginners issue in Scotland, which is a magazine sold by homeless people.
Yeah.
And we'd created our international network, so there was lots of street papers around the world. And at a conference in 2001, we were talking about how good the conference was, but there was no homeless people there.
Yeah.
And how could we involve homeless people? And we thought there was all sorts of problems with doing that internationally, including a problem of language. Yeah. And the person I was speaking to said, but there is an international language called football, which I think you call soccer in Australia. And so from that we said we could involve homeless people in playing football because we thought it would change their lives. Yeah. And so we had the first tournament in 2003 in Austria, in Graz.
Cool. I was thinking about, you know, there are a range of things that do bring people together, and you don't require that shared language, and sport is a really good example of that.
Yeah, I think sport is extremely powerful. Yeah. It creates impact and it can create change. So what the Homeless World Cup is all about is a annual sporting event, great football tournaments, fast, great to watch. Yeah. But the key thing, the reason we keep doing it is for impact, changing people's lives. And
visibility.
Yeah, visibility. But the key for us is about impact, is the change.
Louis, you're a coach with Manchester United. How did you get involved in the International Homeless World Cup?
The big issue in the North approached Manchester United 6 years ago, and they wanted us to help them identify players who were homeless at that time. And thankfully for me, the guy who was my boss at that time thought it would be a good project for me, and hence here I am 6 years later.
Now, Alan, you're one of the athletes in the Homeless World Cup. Did you get discovered? Did you go knocking on their door? How did they find you, or did you find them? How did this happen?
I was in a rehab. I was on the streets, went into a rehab, and I started playing five-side football with a few lads in the rehab, and they sent us, put our name forward to go to trials to Manchester with Louis.
Oh, and then he began coaching you there?
Well, we started off from all over England, like I think there's about 500, and so the different areas in England went to different areas, but my area was in the north.
Okay.
Because I'm from Liverpool, so my area was to go to.
Okay, so you fell into his kind of catchment there.
Yeah.
And you would have been playing for how long before you sort of got into the Homeless World Cup?
Well, we had about 8 or 9 trials, and he kept narrowing the squad.
So you must have been pretty good.
Yeah, you'll have to ask Louis about that.
He's good, that's why he's here.
Yeah, okay. So you've come out here with other people from Liverpool?
No, I'm the only one from Liverpool. But
okay, and there are players here from all around the world, so there's different representatives from different areas? Is that?
Again, Mel would tell you that.
No, I mean, what happens in each country around the world is during the year the projects are working as the guys are describing here, and then their team is selected and they're representing their country. So this guy's Alan's representing England, playing for England, and they play in the national strip and so on. And in my opinion, the players are fantastic ambassadors for their country. Yeah. Despite some of the problems that they may have had, actually, I think they're probably better ambassadors for their country than some of the professionals are, to be quite honest. But you know, we have 56 different countries here, so homelessness is a big problem in the world. Every country in the world, richest to the poorest. So we're a big family.
Yeah. So Louis, you got into this team, Alan, you got into this team when you were involved in rehab. So had you been playing before that? Or was this something new that was offered to you?
Yeah, I hadn't been bothered on playing football, no.
Okay, so this was a bit of a new window of opportunity, a different way perhaps of looking at yourself?
It was something positive to focus on.
Okay. And that's one of those things with the International Homeless World Cup, is it does give people that opportunity to change their lives. Do you feel that stepping into this role as an athlete has helped give you a different way of looking at yourself and thinking about life that's up ahead?
I've made giant steps forward because of you
Yeah.
know, like interacting with these people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And the thing about that is, Mel, is Alan's story multiplied all around the world with...
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's about change for us. And I think in statistics and research that we show consistently every year, which is why we keep doing it, is around 80% of the players involved change their lives completely.
Yeah.
So get houses and jobs, come off drugs, sometimes some cases very heavy drugs.
Yeah.
And so it's just the power of sport, the power of football, being involved with a team, winning and losing.
Yeah.
And you know, I think a lot of people who come involved in teams have been completely marginalised by society.
Yeah.
They're coming to an event where people are standing applauding them.
Yeah.
And I think these things that, you know, they create the change. I mean, I just don't believe anybody should be homeless in the world. Yet we've created a system where there are 1 billion people who are homeless.
Yeah.
And I think we have to really change what we do. And I think that sport has a key role to play in that.
Yeah.
And I think governments and wider society is beginning to recognise that sport, and in particular football, has a real power to create change.
And it's literally hands-on. It's literally, you know, you're in there physically.
Yeah, I mean, it's a physical thing. It's really simple.
Okay, we're going to go to a break. You're watching Visions. I'm Donna Williams. See you back soon.